Offtap Brewing. How are you guys doing today? Awesome to hear. This is the start of my informational video series. And I'm going to start it with Beginner 101. This video will, I'll show you what you need to make your first brew of beer. Basically, the stuff that I'll show you just comes out of a box when you buy a starter kit. It's very simple. First thing you'll see when it comes out of the box are your bottles, and they're plastic and they have lids. Now I don't have enough bottles to show you the whole 30, but you get 30 in a packet. You also get a hydrometer, which is this thing. Okay, and I'll explain that in another video. A hydrometer. You get a tap or a spigot or something, whatever you call it, it lets liquid out. And you get a bottling wand, which goes inside your tap. Okay, the bottling wand has a thing on the bottom, so that lets liquid out when it goes into your bottle. That lets the liquid out, and then you fill it up, and when the liquid gets to the top, you pull it out, it stops the liquid coming out. When you pull that out, it gives you the required amount of headspace in there, the proper level for doing what it has to do. You will also get a spoon, not like this, this is more of a paddle, but you get a small spoon, small plastic spoon, it's probably about half the size, and that's for mixing your stuff. I've broken all mine, so next thing you'll get is an airlock. Your airlock will either be a one-piece airlock like this, or it'll be a two-piece airlock or a three-piece airlock, and those I don't actually have on hand. Okay, but what we do is we fill that with water. There's marks on there to fill with water, and that allows CO2 to travel out through the water lock, and it doesn't allow anything to go in. So it's sort of a trap for stuff, but we'll get into that. You'll also see your FV, or your fermentation vessel. This is a 30-litre one, which isn't new. I've had this for years. This is probably one of my first ones. Had it for quite a few years. A lid, a seal, and your little black O-ring. And of course, that O-ring is to stop air passing through, or to create a seal around your airlock. Now, these are important components. The next thing you'll see in there are brew lollies, or carb drops. Now, this is, for a beginner brewer, this is probably the simplest way to carbonate your beverage. 1 drop per stubby, 2 drops per torley. So for 750 ml, 2 drops. For 375 ml, 1 drop. You'll get your sugar, which will be dextrose. Okay, and that'll come in the kit. Just plain old dextrose. I'm actually going to brew this beer and walk you through each step of brewing the beer. So I've chosen a brew enhancer, which has light malt extract in there. Now if you can see the colour of the light malt extract, and it has dextrose in it, and it has powdered corn syrup, which in Australia here, powdered corn syrup is our multi-dextrin, is our non-fermentable. It gives us our mouthfeel. Okay, so straight dextrose is just 100% fermentable, gone, leaves no residual flavour or anything behind. Last but not least, in your kit you will see a tin of goo. And this is, I've chosen a BlackRock IPA, and yes, all you guys over in NZ, I chose the NZ one, not the Cooper's one, because I cut my teeth on Cooper's for years. Underneath that, one thing you really need to have a look at is your best before date. Make sure you get a really nice fresh tin. So this is best before, 2012, 2014. So That's a pretty fresh tin. The place I go turns these over pretty quick. And under the lid, you'll get your brewer's yeast. So they're your key ingredients, what you'll get in your big box of stuff. Depending on what sort of box you get, you may even get your, I know I did, I got, well, this bottle's that old, all the labels are falling off, but in the first kit that I bought, I actually got my sanitizer and my low suds wash in there for free. So I got my complete go in there. I know with the Cooper's kits they don't supply any cleaning products. So once you do your first kit, you're on your own to buy your cleaning products. But for Brew Cellar, which is that brand, in Australia here, they supply everything. All your cleaning products for a few goes. So your next go, all you need is either more bottles, or if you just use those bottles and you want to go again with the same bottles, all you need is your kit and your kilo. So yeah, definitely in Australia here, Brew Cellar is the optimum brand. Was for me when I started out. I think I purchased 2 of those kits to get me going, just for all the products and everything. It was just worthwhile. I got all extra bottles and everything. So yeah, that's the brew toys that we're going to be working with. Just get it all in front there, everything in front. I hope that you can see all that sort of stuff. That's my first 2.5 cartons of beer, almost ready to go. Now, this video, I'm not going to brew this beer. I'm going to brew it in the next video and explain more of the components that you're going to need to use, like the hydrometer. Is very important. But the hydrometer is very important for brewing, especially for new brewers, because we don't want to rely on the airlock. We don't want any bottle bombs. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Please stay tuned. There'll be one of these videos come out each week as we progress through the brewing sort of knowledge that I have. And yeah, at this stage, yeah, we're going to walk through some kit and kilo. The next sort of videos I'm going to get into after I've explained all the bits and pieces, which is very simple to brew. It's very simple to do. I remember my thought when I walked into the shop and bought my first kit. I came home and went, holy shit, what did he say? What did he say? Well, that's what I'm going to do a video on. What the guy at the shop said, sort of, in a way. And then the next series of videos is I'm going to be brewing kit and kilo, but I'm going to be sexing them up a little. I'm going to be changing them. I'm going to be adding some finishing hops to them. I'm going to be, just changing them slightly and trying to sort of, I don't know, recipe clone as well as you can with a kit and kilo for you guys out there. So there might be some recipes. Just adding finishing hops and different ways to finishing hops, and then I'll move on through steeping some grains, and then we're going to move on to just buying plain malt extract, which is a malt extract like this but with no flavour in it, no hops in it. So yeah, we'll just go through the brewing process. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please remember, thumbs up the video, leave a comment, please leave questions. Your questions will help me, to prepare for my next video, and it's all appreciated. Please, as I said, like the video, comment, please subscribe, and remember to support the brewer. Cheers. Remember, beer's going to make you smarter.